Hey guys, this week on Hey Sabri, I'm answering Ramet Prisman's questions. Hey Sabri, love your videos and content, keep them coming, thank you. How to build up a sales team and how should I divide my energy? I'm currently making calls with another salesperson full on and don't know exactly how to move on. If I'm teaching others, then my personal productivity goes down. If I focus on my own calls, which I'm pretty good at, then nobody else learns that much. Could you bring out some simple steps from your experience on how to build up a proper sales team? Where should I put my energy? When should I hire more people? Thanks for inspiring me. Keep going. Awesome. So Ramet, it's a great question, and it's a challenge that, I face certainly in the beginning when I was on the phones. And basically the way that I look at it, it's like, it sounds like you're cold calling, right? And there's only so many cold calls that you can make in a day. And once you've capped out on how many calls that you can make in a day, your skill level goes up, right? And it keeps going up and your closing ability goes up. But once you hit a ceiling, the improvement that you can get can only be very marginal. So in order to grow your sales, the only way to do it is to put more people on, right? Because when you hit the cap of how many people that you can close in a day, then that's it and you're done. So typically what you want to do is you want to get your process really tight, get your script really tight to the point where you're consistent. And naturally, as you hire somebody else, your focus is going to be on helping them and your own production is going to dip. If you're trying to look for a situation where that's not going to be the case, well, that's pretty much impossible. So just know and be okay with it, because what's the trade-off? The trade-off is that you get somebody else that can sell 70% as good as you, 80% as good as you, and you train them up, get them good, show them the process is working, and then you add on another person, and then you add on another person, and then those people cumulatively together can sell way more than you were able to do just as a one-man army, right? So typically the way that you want to structure this, and the way that I structured it, is you have a point. So you start the day, right? You have your new rep in with you, and then after you've done that, you basically have training with them in the morning. And then after the training is done, an hour or so of training, you listen to their calls after work, you take notes, and then you give them a call and you give them your feedback, right? And then after you do that, what you want to do is you want to have them shadowing you and listening to your calls. And that way, what happens is they're seeing you make calls, your productivity isn't slipping because you're actually making the calls. And then, right, you want to, after they're ready to stop shadowing you and they're ready to start getting on the telephone, then you want to have it so they have to make a certain amount of blocks of calls, 50 calls, 60 calls, 100 calls, whatever it might be. And then you will give them the feedback and recap at a time. So you can sell beside them, show them what it takes, be that leader, have a really high close rate, bring that energy that you need, let them see that. And then at the start of the day, you're doing training, you might do a small training tune-up session just before lunch, then call all afternoon, and then a digress at the end of the day, and tune them up again, and then listen to their calls in the evening in terms of where you think that you can tweak them, and then tweak them up the next morning. And then that's what you want to do, and keep building that. And then you have another person. And if you can afford it, typically, it's best to hire salespeople in lots of two. And the reason for that is it's a high probability that not going to work out. And two, if one does work out and one doesn't, that other person can look to the other person and go, well, they're making it work. How come I can't make it work? And it kind of lifts the whole moral of that little team. So that's how you want to go about it. I hope that helps you. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you click the like button and subscribe. We're dropping a video on YouTube every other day. And if you've got any questions about any of the content that I covered in this video, just basically leave a comment with hashtag heysabri in the comment section. And every week we're also trying to go through all those questions and get them answered. So go ahead, click subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.